Hi friends, it's Liz here. Welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of the Craft With Me video where I'm showing you how we're making this flip book from just your scraps. So if you have not seen the first video, I will link it below, and I'll also link the video where I show you the original project and I did a flip through. So back to this one, I'm just again gathering some goodies. This is leftover scraps that I've had, and I'm always saving them to use them up in a project. So for this part, we're going to finish the center little section, the section on the right where we do that flip out, or where I show you I've done that flip out, and then we'll decorate the cover. And hopefully this will give you some more inspiration on using your scraps and making something new out of them. In the video, of course, I show you some of my favorite tools that I use. And, you know, I find if you have certain tools that you kind of invest in and you use them often, then it sort of feels a lot better to have these tools. And, you know, in the last few years that I've been doing some of my crafting, I've, you know, looked at and gathered and found some goodies that I use often. And so I do like to go back to those pieces as much as possible, or those tools, I should say. I do have links to all the supplies I either show in the videos, or some of my favorite supplies that I am using you might not see in this video. I will link those in the description box for you if you're interested. And I often try and get a discount code for you if it's a company where I have received the items from, or where I have purchased the items from. So for this section here in the center, one of my favorite things to do is to add the little removable clips. So these ones are reusable. You can clip them on now and then use it again another time. If you take the pieces out and take the clip out, and you can just reload this little doohickey and use it again. So I will link for sure this one in the description box below. I believe I have a coupon code for it as well. But again, you'll find all that in the description of the video. All right, so here I just used some of my paper scraps to make a little center kind of folio there, or center section. This piece is leftover again. One side is my digital here. The other side is from Digital Collage Club. And I had printed it for another project on cardstock. And so, of course, it's, I think, the perfect piece to use as the flip out pocket. So I'll just continue to add to this one, and yeah, just craft with me and grab your goodies. If you happen to make one or get inspired to make something similar, don't forget to tag me on my social media. I love to see your projects and inspiration that you have, you know, done after seeing one of my videos. So thank you so much for that as well. And yeah, I'm so excited. In the next week or so, I guess, I'll be able to announce the winner of my challenge giveaway. Once I've finished gathering, or picking up, I should say, the rest of the pieces that have come in. So I should have that video up for those of you that took part. But keep an eye out, because I've got another giveaway coming up very soon for my subscribers. I'm always excited to do this, and I'm hoping to do it every month now. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Announcement will come very soon. So something happened recently that I was, it really frustrated me. And I'm sure some of you will understand what I'm talking about. So I had been delaying purchasing some supplies because I thought, you know, I always try and give myself like a reason as to, am I really going to use this? How often will I be using it? Do I really need to buy this item? But it was a couple of items that, I mean, it's been over a year that I've been considering buying it. And this time I thought, okay, it went on sale. They had a discount. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Now, this is a company from the US. I am in Canada. So when it comes to shipping and things like that, that's another thing that I always have to think about. Needless to say, I placed my order. I've been watching the tracking to see where my items are at. And then yesterday, I got an email saying your items were delivered. And I was so excited. So I thought, yes, I'm going to pick them up. And, you know, hopefully I can start a project to share with you, because I'm excited about sharing this project. Well, I kind of go to my mailbox and there's nothing there. And so I thought, okay, it said it was supposed to be delivered by UPS and I don't see it in my mailbox. So maybe it should have been delivered to my front door. Usually that's what happens with courier packages, they get delivered, but I was home, so I knew that nothing had arrived. And I mean, this was early in the morning. The email that I received was like around 9:30 in the morning. So here I am thinking, what happened to my package? Is it gone? Is it stolen? Like, how is that even possible if I was home the entire time, right? So of course I call UPS. Oh my gosh, it took forever to get anyone to talk to because it was automated. And I don't know about you, but automated replies and customer service just don't help very much. Anyways, I finally was able to find someone to talk to. And he says, oh, well, your package says here that it was delivered. And I said, I know that's what it says, but I'm calling because I don't have it in my hands. It's not on my mailbox. It's not, on the front of my house or anything like that. So then he said, well, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do because there was no extra, insurance paid for it. And I was like, oh no, this is the first time that I've had to experience the not paying all the extra money for shipping. And the item is actually not delivered, even though on their end it says it was. And I have no idea how to find it. So then he says, well, call your local post office because with these types of packages, we leave them with your local post office to deliver. So I thought, okay, I'll give that a try. Same situation happened. It is all automated and it's just so confusing to even try and get anyone to, to answer the phone, like to actually have a conversation with a human person. So everything I did, I could not get anyone on the phone. And the only option I had was to start a chat on my phone. And then this way they could start what they call a ticket to look into what was happening. But what I was finding I was getting stuck with was it kept saying item was delivered when in fact I did not have my item. So I have no idea where it's gone. I'm so worried that my pieces are missing. At this point, I'm trying to figure out how I'm, going to get a refund because on their end, everything is showing that I've received my item. And on my side, I have no idea where my item is. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed and hoping that there was a mistake and that someone kind of checked it as delivered, but it wasn't. And that I will find my items hopefully soon somewhere. If not, I guess I'll have to figure out how I contact the company and see if they can do anything about it. But really, it's made me think about just adding additional insurance when I purchase items. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so sad because like I said, I waited so long to get these items, to decide, I should say. And when I finally did, this is what ends up happening. They're not even here yet, even though supposedly they've arrived. Anyways, that's my little story about my supplies and sometimes what happens with them. Okay, so you've seen what I did here for the inside. For the cover, I'm just reusing pieces again. This little piece is from Digital Collage Club. I do have a discount code for them if you're interested in their items. I will have that linked below, as well as on my Ko-fi page. And by the way, speaking of my Ko-fi page, if you follow me there, you'll be the first to know when I have a new video, when I have new items in the shop. I know many of you previously had been saying that you wish there was a way to know when I've added something to my shop. So I think this will be a great way as well. And I've got some goodies coming out, so keep an eye out for that as well. All right, so back to this. You see that I'm just trying to decide what I'm using. Most of the pieces are scraps, as you can see here, but I'm trying to make them look nice and use them in this project, and I think they turn out okay. So I'm just going to continue adding my layers and just seeing how this is going to turn out. Now, I will be making maybe some ephemera for it afterwards, just to add things to the pockets. I think this would be such a great project also to send in snail mail, because you can, you know, load it up with lots of goodies and it still fits in an envelope. So I think that's another thing that I might do with it. But for now, I'm just enjoying kind of making this one, not similar to the last one, but using a lot of the same supplies, which kind of makes me happy. All right, so I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're enjoying some crafty time wherever you are. I am in Ontario, Canada. Lately, I'm sure even some of you in the US as well have had warmer than usual temperatures. It's been in like the high 30s for us, and so it's been really nice. It feels like summer, but I know next week the temperature's dropping again. And I always remember this kind of shift in the season where, you know, you're ending winter, spring is starting, but like spring is not quite ready to be here, but also winter doesn't really fully want to go away. And I think the most stressing part of that for me anyways is the nighttime with you know, sleeping, and how the house gets really hot sometimes and gets humid because of the heat outside. And then other days it gets really cold and you're not sure if you're turning on your air conditioner or your heating. And anyways, it's sort of like in between that temperature change. And I realized very quickly that I am not good at all with extreme heats or extreme colds. I can't do either. And it's hard to kind of sleep if I'm not in like the right temperature. So I'm sure that has a lot to do with my chronic pain issues and, you know, the health issues that I've mentioned before. But yeah, this is one of those times that I find a little extra stressful when it comes to trying to get a good night's sleep. So far, it's difficult because of that, the way that the temperature keeps shifting in our home. And I don't want to, you know, put it up so high that it gets so cold, or too low that it gets too humid and hot. So we'll see. I think we've got maybe another couple of weeks of this sort of iffy weather, and then the temperatures should be nice enough to just leave the windows open and enjoy, right? We'll see what happens. In my last video, I think I asked about what types of ephemera you're all interested in when you're looking to purchase something. I do have a few kits that I'm thinking of putting together, and I'm just wondering what types of items you'd be interested in. I know a few previously had said that you would also like to have some of my printables actually printed, and maybe even like ephemera pieces cut up and that sort of thing. So I don't know if that's something that many of you are interested in getting or purchasing. I know I really enjoy having, you know, kind of ephemera packs of different things coming in. Just sometimes the different things that are included in these kits just inspire me. It could be an item, it could be the color, it could be the theme. So I'm always looking at different ways to get inspiration that way. And as I mentioned, I really like to kind of keep different sort of kits often that I can work with and create with, because I find that my inspiration changes often and I need to sort of have different things happening when it comes to my creative supplies. Okay, so here I just wanted to mention, I just ended up gluing these pieces on. I used my little doohickey here to make those little marks on it. I think it just gives it something extra. And I have linked a similar tool in my supplies in the description box below if you're interested. I've used that, you know, for a while in my projects, and I don't remember where I saw it first. Someone started using that and I thought, what a great idea to, you know, add a little extra something to your project just by using that little tool, because it looks like you've had maybe like you know, stitches on a piece, and it just takes it up a notch, I think. All right, so the next part here is just, I'm going to add my little, whatever that is that's not a brad, it's, the name will come to me. When I'm done with the video, it will come to me, but you know what that is. So I'm just going to add that, and then I'll wrap my little string around it for the closure. And I think that's it, my friends. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick craft with me video series. This is, as I mentioned, the second video. The first one will be linked below, and then I'll also link the video where I originally showed you the project that you were all kind of interested in seeing me make. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you get some crafting and you find some inspiration. I will see you next time. Thanks so much for stopping by.